Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. I'm on my lunch break and I thought that I would film part 2 of my Q&A. So these are the questions that you added on my YouTube community page, and you can only see that if you're subscribed. So head down and click on the subscribe button down below and the bell so you're notified of every post that I make. Okay, this one's from Gene from the channel Totes Gene. I will link his details in the description box below. What is your favourite genre of music, your favourite artists and your favourite albums? I would say nowadays my favourite genre of music is pop. And I would say it's more like 90s. R&B specifically takes me back to the days when I was hitting the clubs. A long time ago. Late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, and they're the tunes that I always, or the playlists that I always look for on my Peloton playlist because they're so much fun. And by the way, these are just blue light glasses, but I'm just used to having them on, so I'm going to wear them because, you know, changes up the vibe a little bit. Favourite artists, again, from that time. Like, I loved Destiny's Child and Britney and JLo. Albums, I would have no idea, Jean. I'm just one of those people who can hear a song, I can sing every word to it, and I have no idea what album it's from or sometimes even what the song is called. Finally related, Erin Hollis, how is your workout routine going? Are you still using your Peloton? Look, I don't have what I call a workout routine. I look to add exercise, where it's planned exercise, into as many days as I can in a week. Mainly that is split between walking, a very hilly walk in my area. It's very, very hilly. I think there's 7 kind of steep inclines that I do on that walk, and it takes about an hour, and Peloton. But I think I've mentioned previously that the challenge I have with Peloton is that because of the posture you're required to maintain and some issues I found out that I have with the biology or physiology of my lower back, I do find that I'm very sore after I do Peloton in my lower back muscles. So I'm looking at different ways to configure the bike so that I don't have that problem. But I love Peloton. This one is Crush R17. What is the next thing you're planning to purchase from Hermes? Well, it's already here and there will be an unboxing shortly. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do so you can see that one. This one is from Corinne and her fabulous YouTube channel will be linked below. Not a question, but as I've mentioned recently, your hair is glorious. Not today, Corinne. Can you do a video showing us how you get that beautiful hair with the Dyson Airwrap? Okay, I guess that is a question. I can. It might get ready with me videos and not so glamorous, but potentially I could incorporate it into a vlog for you, Corinne. I do find it's quite the process. I'm borrowing the Airwrap at the moment from my girlfriend Nadia, and I've used it 3 times. Because I only wash my hair like every 3 days, and I find that I get the best results if I partially dry it and then I use the Airwrap in the morning, which means I need to leave extra time because typically I like to have my hair washed in the evening, dried, and then I style it in the morning so it's quicker. But yeah, I'll see what I can do. Thank you for the compliment and sorry for the letdown today. It's literally just in like a claw clip at the back of my head. LV_lover3393. How are you, Jay? What are you going to ask for in Hermes Paris if you get an appointment? And do you have a Paris hit list yet? What am I going to ask for? This is a hard one. And me and my friend Eileen talk about this all the time. It's like, you should go for more bag than less. I think in Paris, I would like, I think I'd still ask for the Mini Kelly in Chev and see if I could purchase a longer strap to be able to wear that bag crossbody. And then I think, you know, the reality is, are they going to have anything? I doubt it. And then I would ask for the bags that are on my wish list here. So Birkin 30 or Kelly 28 in a slouchy leather in a cool colour. Do I have a Paris hit list? Not really. I'd never like making lists for holidays because then I find I get preoccupied with the shopping instead of the holidaying. So I like to just stumble upon things. Marlene Popov. How does it make you feel when you influence people? You've influenced me to buy Fendi, which I hadn't bought in over 15 years. I bought the shearling baguette. Oh, cool! And the origami tote. I also bought the grey knit L'Argent's cardigan jacket that you have. I'm happy, thank you. Oh, that is so good to hear, Marlene. How does it feel to influence people? Look, if I help people find something that they wouldn't otherwise have thought about, or if people see me style something that they wouldn't think would suit them and we have a similar body shape, or even if we don't, but they just saw it in a different light, that makes me so happy because I draw so much inspiration from my Instagram feed and the creators that I enjoy following. It's a little bit like humbling actually to get a comment like that because I don't dress for anyone else. I dress for me, and I think it's really a nice thing to hear that people find elements of the things I purchase or style that work for them too. So thank you for saying that. Shayna Nick, I will link her YouTube channel below. What is your top 3 of even 5 most favourite handbags in your collection that you'll never part with? Also, any plan of getting more luxury jewellery? I think I have done a video like that recently, so I will link that one above and in the description box below because I can't remember what I said. It changes all the time. Luxury jewellery, not really. Maybe another Cartier Love bracelet, maybe. I don't know. I feel pretty content with what I have at the moment. I've always loved Bulgari, but like they're just ridiculously expensive for what they are. And I love Canturi, and Canturi is like my favourite jewellery label, brand, house. Yeah, luxury jewellery is not really important to me. Hannah, I will link her channel below. Would you ever move from where you currently live to another location or even country? If yes, where would be your dream place to live? I have moved a lot around Australia, so there's that question answered. Do I want to move from Brisbane? No, I don't. I love Brisbane. If I had to, well, this question doesn't say I have to, so no, I wouldn't live anywhere else. I might like to do, you know, a couple of years abroad and just to have that experience. I never got to travel as a gap year or early in my career, so overseas I mean. So maybe, you know, a little bit of a London sojourn or something, maybe Paris, maybe broader France, although I'd have to learn another language, which I think would be really hard. But, you know, 5 heliotrope, hello Bella. Have you ever watched Grey's Anatomy? I was hooked for the first 11 years. I have, but I wasn't hooked, except for Patrick Dempsey, which I think, you know, back in the early days when I was a young lady, I thought he was a bit of all right, as we say, but yeah, no, I wasn't hooked. Oh, Marlene's back. She said you mentioned that you had received comments complimenting you on weight loss and that it was not weight loss, but rather you were learning to dress according to your body type. Do you think that different purse styles, sizes or colours make your body look different? And if yes, how? Or do you have any tips? Well, yes, I do. So in terms of sizes, I don't buy that if you're a larger frame person you can't wear mini bags, but it's all about perspective. So if you are going to wear like big oversized coats or blazers, what have you, and then have a teeny tiny little mini bag, I think that's cute. But if you're, for me, if I'm wearing more figure form clothing where you can see my curves, I'm not going to wear a teeny tiny little mini bag because that is going to make me feel bigger. I think playing with shapes and silhouettes when you're wearing oversized clothes, it gives the impression that there's a smaller person inside, and then having the funny tiny little bag kind of juxtaposed with the oversized clothes is fun. But a tiny little bag with figure hugging clothes for me, I don't like. So I'm often conscious of shapes. So whatever shape is on my body in terms of my clothes will dictate the type of bag that I wear. Sometimes I would do, actually it's probably rare that I do a big bag with an oversized look. Yeah, it is. Big bag with oversized look, rarely. I would do a smaller bag with an oversized look. I would do a larger bag with a more fitted look because I'm trying to draw the eye to create perspective. So if the bag is bigger and I'm wearing a fitted outfit, then I feel like I look more in proportion. The bag is doing me a favor. Like you see people often, they'll take a picture of a fish next to a mobile phone as a scale reference. In Australia, we use a can of beer for reference to a crab that we might have caught. I'll put an example here. So yeah, I think the bag can actually help or hinder the scale of you and your outfits. Hopefully that made sense. Back to Hannah. Do you feel that you're getting closer to Purpiece now that your collection includes so many dream pieces? I'd love to say yes, and I should say yes, but the answer is no. There's always something, Hannah. There always is. And I'm okay with that. I love the fact that I'm not consciously scrolling websites looking for things. I no longer need to look for things because there's no gaps as far as I'm concerned. Now it's opportunistic, and that is scary because you just never know when a beautiful bag is going to come and grab you and make you part with your hard-earned cash. But I love the thrill of it. Silk buttons. Why do you switch out so many things but not your necklace? So here's my necklace. I've been asked about my necklace a few times. It has like a Tiffany lock and it's a Bulgari diamond B0 ring. Why don't I swap it out? Just because I like it. I wear it because I like the shape of it. I don't swap my earrings out very much either, only for occasions. So for me, jewellery is typically set and forget. Like I wear the same things most of the time. Bella's back. Fendi gifts your bag. It's not perfectly you, but it's for free. Which of the following three do you choose? 1. A Fendi peekaboo in pastel orange crocodile. 2, a Fendi baguette in dark grey lizard. 3, a Fendi first in plucked chicken in the colour camel poop. Jeez, so many fabulous choices there, Bella. The peekaboo in pastel orange. If by pastel it leans toward coral, possibly. The baguette in dark grey lizard. If there was some kind of metallic sheen to it, perhaps. The Fendi first in the plucked chicken in camel poop, well that's a no. So it's between the peekaboo in pastel orange croc and the baguette in dark grey lizard. YOLO, pastel orange croc, why not? Kaylee Carroll, since it's summer in other countries, are you wanting to travel to them? Since you don't like being in cold weather, Are you worried about your bags being stolen since that happened to Meredith? Do I want to travel? This year, no, because this year I'm all about my winter trip to Paris. And we are actually getting some decent cold weather here this year, so I can rug up. Last year was quite a mild winter and I don't feel like we got to have the full experience. Now, you know that I live in a subtropical climate, so a cold winter's day is like 18 degrees Celsius for us, right? And we love it. And if you watch TikTok, you'll see a lot of people from Europe, Canada, America saying how cold it is here, even though the temperature is high in relative comparison to winters in the Northern Hemisphere. It just feels different. It just feels colder. I don't know why. So it's not that we're really sooky. Are you worried about getting your bag stolen? No. I think if you're worried about getting your bag stolen, you would never go anywhere, you'd never do anything, you'd never carry them. I think you just have to accept that when you have nice things, that there's always a chance that something could go wrong. And if you won't accept that chance, you probably shouldn't take them out. 2 questions left. Maybe advice for upkeep on your Fendi fur bags. I'm looking at a Henny Bendel fur purse, just big enough to hold a phone on a chain. I don't have a bag from there in my collection yet. Well, I don't know who Henny Bendel is. If it's Henry Bendel, I don't think they did fur. I just make sure there's good air circulation, keep them out of the sun, away from any dampness. That's about it. Maybe just, comb them every now and then. And the final question comes from Elvia Rodriguez. What non-luxury YouTube channels do you watch? Oh, let me go through my feed at the moment and tell you. Non-luxury YouTube channels. I watch Cults to Consciousness. Great stories from people who have left quite oppressing religious cults and their stories. For some reason, I love them. I watch Carrie the Mortician. I just do. I've been watching Jordan Peterson lately, and I always used to find his voice so annoying, but he popped up in my feed for some reason, and well, I don't watch it, I just listen to it kind of as a podcast, and I'm like, interesting. I like to listen to perspectives that are different to my own, because I think you can just get fed a lot of media that reflects your own thoughts, and then you think you're right, and you forget that there's a whole bunch of other people in the world who have a different way of thinking about things, and you've got no idea why they think that way or how they got to that point. And it doesn't necessarily change my perspective, but I think it makes me more informed, and I like listening to smart people talk. I do. I'm also following a woman who has a YouTube channel. She is post-divorce living in Paris, and her channel is called Extraordinary Women with Shari Harmel. And she just does like a day in the life. She shows you her apartment. I quite enjoy her channel as well. I watch an Australian super sweet couple, and sometimes they're so sweet they annoy me, called Flying the Nest, and they do travel vlogs around the world. They're pretty cool. Who else? Non-luxury content. I think that's it, really. Mormon Stories podcast. I'm into watching the Mormon stuff. I think that got referred to me because of Cults to Consciousness. Yeah, that's it. Okay, well that marks the completion of my Q&A for June, part 2. Interested to know what you think about any of my answers to these questions. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you've enjoyed this, consider subscribing so that you can add questions to my next Q&A. Also follow me on Instagram at Dales_addiction, where on my stories you'll see that I invite you to add questions, but also you'll see how I style all my handbags. I hope to see you for the next video. Typically an unboxing, a review, a styling session, or a vlog. Until that time though, ciao!